friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with C Zook Stitch, and today is Sunday, April 11th, 2021. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you're here today to spend part of your afternoon or evening with me. Thanks for coming back if you're returning as well. I don't really have any questions or comments to address today. House hunt continues. To date, I have put offers in on 4 different homes. I have lost 3 of those homes. The 4th one, I just put in the offer this morning, so I don't know yet. So that's how the house hunt is going. It's not for lack of trying. It's just, I think throughout the country, it's just a really, inventory is really low, and there's a lot of buyers that want to move. So I'll keep pushing. I'm not going to give up. So let's just get into the cross stitch part today. Simon made a little appearance here. He hears me talking and wants to come see what we're talking about. He does this when I'm teaching online during Zoom as well. So my class, they all know Simon because he will make himself known. But I hope you're all doing well. I had no finishes and no new starts this week, but I did get some progress done. So the first one I want to show you in my Garon toten bags is Death by Cross Stitch, and this is a Long Dog sample. Long Dog Samplers. I know the name of that, the designer. But this is what it will look like when it's done. My goal on this is to get this kind of whole top third done this year, which you'll laugh at me, including this little Pegasus. So this is basically pages 1 through 4, I think. I think it's 4 pages across. And then like the top quarter of pages 5 through 8. Okay. So let's see. My sweater stuck to the Velcro on here. That's what that was about. So this was my Whipco draw for April. So we'll take a look and see where we are. And this is where I'm at. So, where I worked on this. I think this border here was mostly finished, but not completely finished last time you saw it. So I finished that up. I did this whole border here. And then there's a little green border here that I started on. And then I started in this section. So right now, page 1 is mostly done. And we're moving on into page 2. There's a few, you can see, this is really hard to hold up. But you can see up here, there's a few stitches that kind of, most of the motif is on page 2, but a little bit is on page 1. But mostly, page 1 is mostly done, and most of the top quarter of page 5 is also done. I am loving these colors. These colors are Jan Hicks Creates, her color conversion for Hoity Toity. I am also using these colors for Hoity Toity, but I thought it would be really fun to just put them into Death by Cross Stitch as well. But you can do this in monochromatically as well if you wanted to, and it would probably go much faster, honestly. But I'm really liking the colors. I'm really liking how this is turning out. And it's really fun to stitch on. So this is going to come out one more time. It's on my Whipco board, I think one more time yet this year. My goal is 15 hours each month for each piece that gets pulled on Whipco. So I got about 15 and a half done on this one. And if you want Jan's color conversion, you can go to madforyarn.com. And it will be under there under color conversions. Next up, Dad, if you are watching, you should probably fast forward a few minutes on this one, please. This next one is something that I am stitching for my dad for Father's Day. It's going to look like this. Let's see, let's put it up here in the corner. This is a picture of a shed he built at his new house while they moved last year. So this is a picture, and I just put it in Pick to Pat, and I'm stitching it for him for his new shed, and it will look like, hopefully, the goal is that it will look like the new shed. I'm not totally convinced this is my Sunday spin piece for April. This is where I got a lot of progress done in just, 4 hours or so. Because when you first saw it, it was just this little section was all that's done. So I got all of this, and there is, it is full coverage. It's small, but it's full coverage, and there's a lot of shading and whatnot. So I wanted to go over here and do the door. I think I'm going to have to go in and do some back stitching just to make things stand out, because like the hardware on the door doesn't really show up. I'm a little nervous about this. I'm not quite convinced, to be honest with you. But I'm going to keep moving forward on this and keep going. This chart is only 66 by 44, 66 stitches wide by 44 high, but it is full coverage. And you can tell, I can show you the chart because it's not like a copyright thing. So the yellow highlighted part is the part I have done. The X out were sections I was thinking not to do, but I'm just going to do them, so you can just ignore that. But there we go. So I did make good progress once I sat down and started working on it. I plan to give this to him for Father's Day. So that is Dad's shed, I'm calling it. All right. Dad, you can come back now. Next up is Spring Quakers. And this one was for my cross stick. The cross stick for this month is Rain for April. And this is my R in Rain. It's Spring Quakers by Rosewood Manor. R for Rosewood. This is what it will look like. My goal on this is to finish it this year. We'll see if that happens. But it will look like this. I am stitching it on 28 count Valor linen. I'm going to find the piece to actually show you. And I'm using the called for Valdani threads. And this is where I'm at now. So what I got done from last time that you saw it, so I'm officially done across the top. So I finished up this big motif. I did this little tiny motif, did this flower here, did the back stitch of zinnia there. So that finished up page 3, and then I moved down to page 4, where I did the back stitch for the word tulip, and I started on this motif. So I'm just working on this 12 hours a month. I think I'm going to have to do more if I want to get it done, because I already did April. I did miss 1 month. I think I missed February. So maybe I'll double up one of these months because I don't have enough going on. But or make this a Sunday piece or something, because this is 9 pages. It's already April. I've already worked on it for April, and I'm on page 4. So I got to get going on this. I love it. It just, 12 hours isn't a whole lot, especially on a piece that has so many color changes. But it's really pretty, and I'm really happy with it. And Valdani threads are wonderful, wonderful, and so easy to work with. They're 3-ply, but you, for the most part, just use them as they come off the ball. Use all 3 plies. So that is Spring Quakers. Goal is to finish that this year. And then the last piece that I worked on was my other Whitgo piece for April, which is Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. I started this, I think, last July, Jolly July, maybe? I can't remember when I started it. I started at a time that I didn't really intend to start because I gave in to peer pressure. But this is what it will look like when it's done. So it's a little different from some of the other ones because it's 3 blocks across by 4 blocks down. My goal in this one for the whole year is just the first 2 blocks. So here's a close-up. So I just am starting on this one. So what I got done last year was basically just the border. There's cat hair all over this. I don't know how. Basically last year I just got the border done. So far, I've worked on it about 8 hours. So for 8 or 9 hours so far. And so I got the peacock mostly done. I have to fill in his eye. And I'm just kind of going around and doing the filling in the flowers. I have a crown there done and a crown there done. So I'm just kind of color completing these flowers as I go. So it's actually going pretty quick. I have 2 more evenings to work on this before I call it good. So I hope to get another 8 or 9 hours in, and that will be whip go for this month. So I'm really pleased with the progress. You can see here what it will look like again. So I'm working on all these flowers, and then I'll have this kind of larger motif, some more crowns, and then the words. This is the one that's like basically full coverage. That's going to be a bear. But one thing at a time, right? So that is what I've been working on this week. Making good progress, although I feel like not a whole lot to show, but I still feel good about the progress I'm making. I just have really quick haul. I don't have a whole lot to show for the haul. I got this is April 2021 issue of the World of Cross Stitching, so I am going to film a flip through of this right after. This came in the mail right after this video. And then it came with this free kit, which I will be giving away today. And then the other thing that came are these. These, I'm calling them floss winders. I don't know exactly what they're called, but if you go to Instagram and you follow RN, the letter N, RNR Woodworkski. I'll type it down below. What these are, so I have the 18-inch and the 9-inch. And what you do is you drop it on the floor. What you do is it's to help you get even lengths of thread when you're, if you are bobbinating, or I use the thread keeps. I like to use those. So this will help keep everything nice and even. It smells so good. And they have many different wood types. They'll let you use a veneer. This is an 18-inch one. And so you wrap it around, the floss around, and then you cut it, and then it should be good to go. And if you double up your thread to use like a loop start method or something, which is what I do, then this will be a good length because it's 18 inches long. You double it up, that'll be 36, but then you double up the piece of thread, and it's back down to 18, if that makes any sense. I haven't used these yet, but they are beautiful, and I wanted to show them to you in case you're interested. So I got this one for DMC, and then I got the shorter one, the 9-inch ones, which I figure I'll use for specialty threads. And they're just so beautiful. I mean, they're handmade. Be patient with them. They're just a mom and pop shop. I think they have some other things too that they sell, like little stands and whatnot. But do check them out on Instagram. Again, it's R&R Woodworkski, and it's Rich and Roxanne, and they're wonderful. So that is all the haul I have. If you can believe that. This is going to be a very short video. Okay, giveaways. Giveaways. It got me again. Copyright. A couple of you pointed out that Joy Sunday is a copyright. Somebody sent me this kit, so I have no idea, but that this kit is actually a copyright infringement, so I cannot give this away. However, what I decided to do instead, over here, I'm going to put a picture up here. I'm going to give this chart away from 123 Stitch. I can't even remember what it's called. I didn't write it down. But I'm going to give it away, and then I'm going to give away the DMC, and then the winner, if you let me know what size fabric or what color fabric you want for it, I'll get that for you as well. I just feel so bad. It's as similar as I could find to this. And I did draw a winner. Since I know the winner wants this, that maybe they'll also be interested in this. So Angela Springett, Angela, I know you've won before, so if you can email me at czukstitch@gmail.com, and we will let me know what fabric count, if there's a particular color you want. Let's communicate, and I will order that and have it shipped to you. So again, thank you to those of you who mentioned Joy Sunday. I've never heard of Joy Sunday, but I appreciate you so much, helping me learn, about the companies that are copyright. So I really do appreciate that. The other piece that we were giving away is this Drift Away Ocean chart, and the winner of that is Denise Gray. So Denise, congratulations. I think I need your address. If you can email me again at czookstitch@gmail.com, that would be great. So those are our winners from last week. And then for this week, like I said, I'm going to give away this kit. So this is called an Atlas moth, and this is called a tiger moth. And it's a felt frame that you get. You get everything you need. You get the floss. You get the, I'm pretty sure it's 14 count Aida. 14 count Aida. 2 felt frames, 14 count white Aida, cotton threads, and then your chart. So if you would like an opportunity to win this, and I'll mail it anywhere, say something about a moth. M-O-T-H. Moth. I was going to say butterfly, because butterflies just sound prettier than moths, but they're moths. So let's go with moths. Let's give some love to the moths. The other item I'm going to give away is this book of roses. So fun fact, if you didn't know, Portland, Oregon, where I live, is the city of roses. We get a lot of roses grow here very naturally. It's very easy to grow roses, and we have a lot of rose gardens, and we have a big rose festival in early June. So this really, I thought, was a great time to get you stitching on your roses in time for the rose festival. They're doing a modified version of it this year. Last year, they said that since it started, they do a big parade. It's like 2 weeks long of activities, and it's really fun. It's really family friendly, and it's a great time, and it's like the big thing in Portland every year. They said that 3 times in history since it started, they have not held the parade. Once was during World War I, once was during World War II, and the 3rd time was last year during COVID. It's the only year since it started. So anyway, I thought I'd give away this beautiful book of roses. It's a book. It's from 1995. It's by Barbara Batts and Hora Hernandez, and it says it's by Kohler Design Studio. So I don't know if those are the people behind Kohler Design Studio, or if that's just who published it. I'm not quite sure. But here are some of the beautiful, beautiful patterns that you can stitch with the roses. I think it's just gorgeous, and there's so much that you can do. I'm trying not to bend it too much. And here's the back. So I mean, you could just take little tiny motifs if you wanted to, and make that happen. Yeah, so that is what I'm going to give away. So if you want an opportunity to win this, say something about roses. Or rose, singular. You can probably use plural, and we'll pull it up, but something about rose. So we have moth, and we have rose. Okay, let's go into plans for next week. So plans, I'm going to work on that piece for my dad on Sunday, which is today. I'm going to continue working on Christmas at Hawkrun Hollow, so I have 2 more days to work on that. And then we're going to pull out a long lost friend from last month, Spring at Hawkrun Hollow, which will look like this. And we are starting right here on block 7. So this one with the church and the bonnets blowing in the wind. I thought this is perfect for April, really. So we'd like to get that done this month. So we're going to start on that once we get our whip go done and all that. So that is our plan for this week. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to report. I try to film on Saturdays. If you're new here, Saturday mornings is usually when I film, but things are a little chaotic right now. When homes come on the market, I kind of have to drop everything and run and go see. And then if you like it, you have to run home and do a bunch of paperwork to put an offer in. And it's very tiring. It's very tiring, but we will get there. Thanks for going on this journey with me. And I will definitely see you next week. Bye.